People, deluded, I'm back again. Like, obviously, let's address the elephant in the room right off the bat. Smash the like button. Big up Rants, even not for the bants. He's living up to his name, but big up him for the raid. Big up you lot who have followed over and whatnot. But let's address the elephant in the room, innit? Madaweke and Goosebumps. So good, so good. Unique qualities. Now, again, I believe in giving everyone in life a chance. If he signs for my football club, then it is what it is. I can have my personal opinion of you. You do have the ability to prove me wrong. I do wish you the best. The issue is with this now. You can't be telling man, but I don't even know where to start. Stop telling me about Goosebumps. I've got so much to say, and my mind is racing right now. The first thing I'm going to say is, where we look at up front, where we look at left wing, we know we need to do this going into this season, right? We knew we needed to do it last season. We knew we needed to do it the season before. Remember the first year we fought for the title, 2022-23, where Martinelli had that great season. Who did we try and buy in January? I don't want to tempt fate because he's technically employed by Chelsea. Fortunately for us, that's probably one Chelsea player that's in the garbage bin that we won't go for. I thought Mudrik's ability, decision-making on the pitch was terrible. It's even worse off it. Now with Madaweke, it's not making sense, bro. Whether it's 40, 50, 60 million, I understand, why they would go for a fee like that. Chelsea are not going to, whatever Arsenal put down on the table, or Chelsea are just going to get it done, right? I understand why he might be seen as a premium, regardless of what I think of the player. He's in his early 20s at 23. He's an England international. He's moving from one Premier League club to another, right? Dead that. It's not making sense. It's not ever. I hope I'm wrong. I'll be the best thing since sliced bread. It is not a level raiser. Because you're probably stronger off the right now. Obviously, for him to agree personal terms, for Arsenal to begin some level of communication and things, managers can lie, but he's clearly enticed by this move, and we've all seen Maresca's comments. I look on the right-hand side. That's probably his strongest side. Yes, Saka needs rest, etc. In terms of keyword rest, he could get minutes. If he goes off the left, I hope you could be that guy, really and truly. But how good are you going to be off the left? You'd have him, Martinelli, and Trossard on paper right now. Nobody really is going to grab that shirt. It's not going to make sense. So for whatever budget you've got to commit 40, 50, 60 million, Mikel Arteta, the best I would say is whether you sign this guy or the best thing since sliced bread, make sure next season, 2026, in Islington, there's a parade of some sort. Because it's not making sense financially. It's not making sense in terms of his ability, in terms of being a level raiser. Of course, if you sign him for 20 million, squad player, all of that is great. His decision-making is pony. He's got 7 goals. 3 of those came on his first game of the season in the Premier League, I believe. I don't want to hear no crap about Arteta can get the best out of him. He's young. He's this, he's that, and he's the third. These things could be prevalent. And yes, I understand. I think what we're seeing with Arsenal, with Berta or whatever is, we're agreeing personal terms or talking with several parties and we're ready to act. Cool, I won't be a hypocrite. I don't know if Madaweke was your first choice, but cool. If you couldn't get your other targets and you pivot, I can't be a hypocrite and say you need to do that because it is better than nothing. I don't understand it though. He's going to clearly be on 100 odd bags, maybe more than that. Naturally, you're in your early 20s. You're moving from Chelsea to Arsenal. You're an England international. You're a quote unquote household name. What sense does it make to get rid of? I'm not even going to say Donny's name because of what you've seen in it, but my man's off the books with his wages. Tierney's off the book with his 100 odd grand a week. Jorginho the same. Potentially Reece Nelson. It's not making sense. This also tells me that I know Eze is apparently seen as, we ain't got Eze, but he's almost seen as irrelevant from our pursuits of a left wing and a striker. You're better off just fucking signing Eze and just keeping it cutting, bro. This ain't making no sense. I want to be wrong, sorry. I don't want to get upset. Arteta, you're going to have to hold that. And when I deep it, yeah, maybe Berta's come in and said, yeah, all right, cool. Madaweke is someone they're going for. And again, all the people that, obviously there's an ability to pivot and, targets you walked in the summer with, you might have to go and get other guys, really. But generally, we all know, whatever team you support, yeah, we all know the signings that we see in the summer, groundwork is being done before the summer and even a year or two. So at some point, you lot have been speaking towards the end of the season about signing Madaweke. It's not making sense. Now, I look at this in that we're still ripping up contracts with Tomiyasu. In isolation to Tomiyasu, I'm not disagreeing with that, innit? But that's something. Edu would have been killed for that, by the way, if that happened really and truly. So we're still ripping up contracts. We're still garbage hunting. And we're going for the obvious signings. Like, this is mad obvious. Like, it's mad obvious in that, Chelsea got a bunch of other attackers either at the club or they're bringing people in. You're helping Chelsea in their pursuit of other things. You need to go and get me my Gyokeres and Sesko. You need to get me my Eze. I don't even want to. I don't care about Rodrygo. I think he's a quality player, but I've said this before. Go and get your Sesko or your Gyokeres. If there is a willingness to get it done for Eze, go and get that done. Tie up the other business with well, Zubimendi's done, but the rest of them, and keep it moving. It's not making sense. I'd hate to be bad man, but you hope that this follows with Nico, like what happened with Nico Williams, and that he suddenly signs a new deal. This ain't making sense. Now, I'm just an armchair expert. I am just a fan. I hope this is seen as it turns out in hindsight, you know, he becomes the best thing since sliced bread, but it's not going to happen. It's too much wishful thinking. This is now another attacker. Look at our attacking unit. Put an asterisk because we will sign a striker, but there'll still be question marks over, can Gyokeres' form correlate from Portugal into the Premier League? Can we obviously, you know, can Sesko do the job? So put an asterisk or a marker next to the striker, right? Defensively, we know there's a bit of recruitment to be done, but we're fairly confident with the defensive unit. In midfield, obviously, Rondon's gone, Jorginho's gone, Zubimendi, we don't know, but it's kind of calm. It's kind of cool in there. The striking options. In terms of if you want to be a team, it's defo fly tipping, Bradley. In terms of if we want to be a team that gets top 4, occasional good top 6 record, mash up Real Madrid, but don't get anything, we've got enough. You see, if you want to cross the border at the 4th time next season would be of asking, in that you're getting over the line now. You're going from being this 2nd place team to bringing home a Prem or any of these kind of things. You need to be able to know what you're getting from players. Again, people, focus on our attacking unit. That is Bukayo Saka. That's typically, well, Merino now because he plays up front, but Bukayo Saka, Merino, Kai Havertz, young Wanyeri, Trossard, Martinelli, and let's throw Madaweke in there. Of the names that I've said, and no doubt probably forgotten, right? What's the one player you bet on? Saka. You know he's going to bag. The others, I don't know. I'm not going to act like I can't see, in theory, some positives around Madaweke. He's young, might be able to get something out of him, can cover 2 positions, etc. But beyond that cold-hearted, concrete evidence, you've never shown it. Chelsea are not going to think twice, about what's going on with this. The only thing I would say to with Madaweke, the one thing I give you is, 1, I give everyone a chance, and 2, I do like your mentality. Because I've seen players that I think are much better than you. Can't get the ball off them in the phone box. They don't believe in themselves. Equally, I see shit dons like you over believing in yourself. So I'll give you that. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. Like, well, you know what? I'm not in charge of transfers. I can't change anything. Fair play. I'm not even getting at you, Madaweke, because you're living the movie, if I'm honest with you. How comes Berta isn't getting any criticism? Berta needs to hold that. But at the end of the day, what's really changed? Because we probably would have went for Madaweke or players with this kind of rhetoric or however this goes, yeah, when Edu was here. So what's really changed? Arteta, nobody's signing for this football club if Arteta is not sanctioning it. So all I will say, rather than do the emotional thing, just make sure you get over the line, innit? That's it. Just make sure. Whether you sign the shittest players or the most amazing players, great. Like, it's an idiot thing, man. This is dead. This is absolutely dead. I understand if it's a foolproof thing, but it's lazy at this point. You're better off. Maybe someone might not be as good as Madaweke or as experienced, but they might cost significantly less, and pour that into other areas, whether that's getting Eze over the line, getting a striker, doing whatever you're doing. I don't want to write off no one, you know. But anybody that's actually overly positive at this moment in time with Madaweke, either being paid by the club, twerking to work for the club, chatting shit, got a big following, or just being a dickhead. It's nothing, man. I won't write him off, but I'm writing him off. He starts on minus, innit? I want to be proven wrong, but I can't sit here. I'm just a fan. I'll be happy as Larry if he scores and he bags, but dead. And even that, maybe Arteta sold him a dream. Yo, you can perform off the left, etc. What is the only positive beyond you being some legitimate competition for Bukayo Saka or being rested? Do you really want to kill Wanyeri's minutes off that right-hand side, which Wanyeri's been linked with Chelsea and future subject to speculation? Again, what's being said in the papers and actually what's going on are 2 very different things. It's a dickhead thing. But as I said, I'm past the point of being happy or sad. Just make sure you get over the line next season, innit? Just make sure, because if you don't get Eze, you don't get Rodrygo, don't know where we're at with Sesko and Gyokeres and where you pivot to that, but hey, you've got to hold that. You've got to hold that. If you lot are not angry, why should I be angry? Why on God's green earth should I be mad? It's an idiot thing, man. I don't want to hear about no Rodrygo stuff. Like, of course I want Rodrygo, but right now it's looking like Madaweke is arriving. It's just personal terms. Again, Berta has done this with multiple players, and one has had these, and 0-1 has had these reactions. Okay, Shane, you do that. I know everything stuff. I still hope we don't end up wasting millions on players we don't need while penny pinching and missing out on players we do. We might as well have not replaced Edu if that's the case. But what will we hear? Oh my God, everybody's spending mad money. We haven't had money. They haven't backed him. Brother, you're finding 50, 60 odd million quid for Madaweke. The only people that are happy with this is Chelsea. And do you know who's probably more happier than Chelsea? PSV. Because if PSV did their job when Madaweke signed for Chelsea, there's probably a sell-on clause. Chelsea are going to, at least at the very, well, they're going to make a small profit on what they spent on Madaweke. Madaweke, I hope it works. You're going to play for Arsenal, innit? I hope it works. But I don't believe in you. I think you're rubbish. Rubbish is an exaggeration. I just think you're dead. I think where we need to go, I need players that I can bet on. I need to, whether it's Sesko or Gyokeres, think my striker can get 15, 20 goals. No Saka's doing what he needs to do. Know what's going on the left-hand side. But you lot are not, you lot think this is the thing? Go on. Because it also tells me whoever else you was trying to get, it's not working. Now I hope the better thing, he's going to agree terms with Eze and this winger and that winger, and then we're going to act. Wait. Joking. Be careful. You're trying to cancel the stream with nonsense. No more Chelsea rejects. I've had enough. Is what it is, man. Remove Rodrygo and Gyokeres from the thumbnail. Okay, I'm live. How do you read that? I can't do more than one thing, man. Come on. The thumbnail stays, mate. You should be upset. I hear that, but upset about what in the grand scheme of things? I could cry as much as I want, which I've had a bit of a moan now. I'm a bit normal now. I can moan as much as I want about Madaweke. If the man is signing for Arsenal, he's signing for Arsenal. That's genuinely it. If he's signing for Arsenal, he is signing for Arsenal. Like, it's happening if that's the case. Where are we at with it? You can scream, you can shout, you can get engagement. I can slag off the club, slag off Berta, slag off Arteta, foam at the mouth, dash everything around in the room, get clipped up, and it goes on Twitter and we get engagement. You can do all of that. But if that's happening, it's happening now, innit? Which is why I'm not happy, I'm not sad, just gone. Because this is goosebumps. This is goosebumps. This is why man are Everton legends and not Arsenal legends. Everton safe for the street. Big up DG. Really don't want Madaweke would be as frustrating as watching Martinelli. Brother, if they believe off the left-hand side, Trossard, Madaweke, and Martinelli is the thing, go do it. Go do it. I hope to be wrong. I hope Madaweke gets 20-odd goals. I hope him and Saka bag. I hope it works. I hope it all works. Because if it don't, man, I'm getting paid 15 million. There's defo brown envelopes, man. Someone at Arsenal has to be working for Chelsea. And it's lazy. You mean to tell me a position, yeah, that if we tried to buy, going all the way back to when Mudryk ended up at Chelsea, right? Mikhail Mudryk. If Chelsea and Arsenal were trying to buy him in January of that year, that means months, maybe even a year or so before that, they were looking at him. So left wing is an option that we've known we've needed, not just for this year, you know, probably the last, well, entering into the third season. So and I know people have left, people have changed, scouts have gone. You've had 3 years, and this is what you come up with. This, say no more. Fair play. Fair play, man. Honestly, this club is tone deaf. Do none of these men watch football with their eyes? Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself, Steve. Listen, it's lazy recruitment. If this is what they want to do, do it. Because some Arsenal fans will do some nonsense, do some actual research on the player. Jesus Christ, are you this lazy? Fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you on about? Man, I'm just doing caps for no... Man, suck it. You know what? Have a good day. I'm trying to change, man. Have a good day. Have a good day. Just come out the chat. What are you shouting about? Man, bro, what are you doing? Man said do research. Madaweke, I literally said he's got 7 goals. He got a hat-trick. He just joined Chelsea. We've all done that. Are you listening or are you listening? And I know your girl's probably listening. I know your girl's probably on, you're probably watching this on TV. Darling, I'm looking at you. Darling, I beg you leave, Donny. I beg you leave, Donny. He's a muppet. You mean to tell me your man that you're probably talking about marriage, he's chatting shit on YouTube? You might as well leave him. You might as well cheat on him. I know your DMs are open. Shout me. Forget all of that, though. Fucking dickhead. I don't even want to hear if he's Premier League proven. Yeah, but no, I'm cool. But like, is that making any sense? Like, genuinely, what Donny said, is it making sense? I'm all for the banter and the trolling, but man said do research. What research? What research do I need to do to know Madaweke shit? On top of that, what research do I need to do? Man, I'm just chatting off, doing nonsense. But yeah, Gally, come on, man. I know you're feeling my thing. I understand. He's probably a somewhat of a good guy. He probably spends money on you. He's a donut. I know he don't get the blood flowing. I know I do. I got the gift of the gab. I'm a cheeky lad. Shout, man, innit? But yeah, away from that clown-ass guy, man. Every now and again, I wish I could punch one of you. Anyways, we must owe Chelsea money or Chelsea. Oh, hey. Phil, chill out. There's been something not good going on between Arteta and Wanyeri since around February. This is the nail in the coffin. I said it'd be Arteta or Wanyeri in the end, bro. All I want is to believe in a front three, you know, not just Saka and Inshallah and Saka and Purple Patch. That's it. Because Saka's going to do his thing. Saka's going to do his thing. You might see Madaweke go for a purple patch of 4 to 5 games, might back in all of them. The same said for Trossard. We've been there with Martinelli. The same with, respectfully to Marino, but Marino's little run up front or Kai Havertz. That's it. You can tell me until you're blue in the face, oh, we got 100 goals. Yeah, cool. But when push comes to shove, how are these, over the last 3 years, we've probably scored 90 to 100 goals. Who's been the one consistent man with that? Because there's been some seasons, others have pulled their weight and not. The one has been Saka. Cool. You know what? You lot are paid millions, and if not thousands to million, thousands a week, million a year, millions a year. You lot, you know, Berta, you've been in the game for what, Atletico for 11, 12 years and plus that. Arteta, you've been a former player and you manage Arsenal. You lot, quote unquote, know more than me in it. I'm just an armchair expert. I'm just a fan. I'll always hold my hands up if I'm wrong. You lot know, quote unquote, what you're doing. Make it work, innit? Make it work. That's it. Just make it work, bro. Just make it work, cuz. That's all I want to hear. Can't control it. Just make it work. And you lot are telling me to buy the new Arsenal shirt. Great. Nah, Jason, man. People just chatting off, bro. Like, just chatting. I could be shameless and say, you know what? He helped Chelsea claim the final missing European trophy in their history. He's in England international, 23. And even with that, anyone that, you know, because there are people that genuinely believe that. If you still believe all of that, oh, yeah, it just needs a bit of love. We've been here several times. And I'm not even saying that that couldn't be the case. That's a side project. The man want to get over the line or not. Because even if you've got, this is why it pisses me off when people blame the Cronkies, even though I'm not here to back them. But people say, oh, they ain't backed him and whatever. Someone is committing to 40, 50, 60 million for Madaweke, and he's going to be on decent wages. Wages that need to be cleared up anyways. Fair enough. Madaweke, I'm not blaming you, you know. I rate that. If Chelsea are saying come out the thing and you've had a couple of clubs looked at you, you say, oh, moving to Arsenal, the man them are there, P's are there, I'm 23, I can cool off, Ruby Rose. I'm not vexed with you, you know. The game is the game. In the same way, I'm not vexed with Kai. Because no one put a gun to these people's heads to do that. Don't tell me people are not being backed. Because it's not like we came into like it's not like we learned where we need to recruit this season. Man, no, they need a striker, they need a left winger, they need to sort out midfield. Bare things that need to happen purely from a footballing point of view, tactically. Crazy. Bring back Sterling over this guy. He's Jamaican. I know that's shameless. I know, but at least I'm well aware. It's crazy. 7th trade, bro. These lot do what they want to do. People saying Arsenal fans wanted a Saka back up. Yeah, but we didn't want to bum for 40 million from Chelsea. Yeah, he's going to really come and just sit on the bench and be Saka's back up in the World Cup year. Yeah, quote unquote competition. We know he's not getting anywhere. Left wing is open season. Why are they buying a left winger now? The only way I can forgive this, it's not even the striker thing's not relevant. You need to buy a striker regardless of what you're doing here, right? The only way I can forgive this is A, you go and get Rodrygo, which dream chasing, or pardon me, Eze, because Eze can play in a bunch of places. But at least I say, all right, you know what? Eze off the left, we can maneuver. Striker, Saka, all right, Madaweke, you're here now. Imagine that. When he's missing from 2 yards and being greedy and missing one like easy opportunities, when Havertz is doing the most, certain man assembled the squad. I'm sure Arsenal's a social experiment, bro. It's definitely a social experiment. Fabrizio is getting paid by Carl plus more clicks, more money. Get your bread, man. Because David Ornstein's dropped this. We need to do a dry fasting until the window closes because Arteta is the problem. To me, I think he doesn't know what to do. Look at City. If it was Pep at Arsenal, he'd bring people in. Ah, mate, at this point, you lot do what you want to do, innit? You lot do what you want to do. You lot do what you want to do, man. You don't care how I need you to care. This just tells me people are comfortable. Everyone's comfortable at the club. People don't want to realize, you know, seizing the present. It's all a joke. Don't mean nothing. So if it don't mean nothing to you lot, it don't mean nothing to me. No, bro, F the Cronkies. The attention has to be turned to them. If we sack everyone from the board to manager, you think they ain't bringing in another bunch of yes men to replace them? As I said, I'm not backing them. Fuck them. But at the end of the day, they're not going anywhere. The manager's more likely. The manager's got paid. Man, are talking about goosebumps. You brought in Berta. You've got Arteta. You've known you needed a left winger. I'd imagine over the last 2 to 3 years, potentially, there's been a bunch of guys of various different degrees. Why are you bringing this in? Why are you bringing this in? Because they've backed you. They've given you peace. You're fucking up the bag. I might not have Gucci. I might not have money to go on, but I might need to go to a party. I can't buy Gucci and Louis Vuitton and all of that kind of stuff. I might only have £100 in H&M. If I go and buy a shit drip up, some bright yellow thing, then I've wasted the peas, bro. Bare scraps, man. Not even the right scraps. It's dead. I'm not letting this ruin my weekend, man. I know my friends watch this. We're going out today. We're definitely going out today. I don't care about this. I wish I knew why we was going for Madaweke, guys. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't want this to... listen, Madaweke, I'm not trying to hate on you. No, I'm not. I will give you... If you sign for my club, as frustrated as I am about you, I will support you to a degree, because I don't think it's fair from a human point of view to be criticizing Donny and just getting at the guy. It is kind of harsh, isn't it? But I do think you're shit. When I say shit, I use that subjectively. You're a Premier League footballer. I do think you're shit. I don't know how you help us beyond the obvious. I don't know how we're not getting out the hood with this. What's going on? Just leave me alone, man. But you lot think it's all fun and games. Just like Kai Havertz had his little fucking chant. Whatever, 50 down the drain, Madaweke scores again. It's an idiot thing, man. This is all an idiot thing. No one cares enough. People don't care how man need to care about this thing. And there's no point getting angry, because shit ain't changing. Sorry, people, man. I'm getting cramped. Shit ain't changing, man. It's lazy. You got bare scouts, we scout, bare flipping data, bare programs, bare things. And man are doing this. Fucking John that watches match of the day could be like, oh, let's get Madaweke. Stop doing this football manager thing, man. Buying the shit Don says, well, yeah, he's 23, there's potential. This is shit, man. And it's just for me. Look at the collective attacking options. It's horrible. But then they might say, oh, you know what? Saudi might come in, 70 million for Martinelli. Why would the 24-year-old in the World Cup year go over there? But maybe Martinelli accepts it. Then that means, you know what? We've only technically paid 20 million for Madaweke because we bought him for 50 and there's a positive net spend. But then this is the nonsense. Man, they keep him powder dry to do this. Powder dry. Not buy a man in January. Not patting up in the summer to do this. Fuck off, man. Don't take me for a dickhead. I always say I don't tell people what to think. Just don't take me for a dickhead, man. I'll be the first person to say sorry if he bangs and he gets double figures. But fuck all of that. That's all wishful thinking and bullshit. Oh, I can get something out of him. She don't want to be saved. Stop saving skets, man. Why can't we just get a nice good girl for once? Rodrygo, Eze, good girl. Why are we trying to find our wives in the strip club? What the fuck? Joe, man. And you're going to put him on 100 odd grand, you're going to pay him 50, 60, and then when you need to inevitably get rid of Donny, it's going to be hard to shift this guy off. Joe, man. Fuming me, lad. Fuming, lad. You know what? I'm not even pissed off with Madaweke. I'm just pissed off with the direction now. We went through all of this, all my fallen soldiers, my Aubameyans, my Pepes, my Ramsdales. I'm not even saying these guys needed to go, but all of the fallen tugs, all of what we've been through, good and bad, all of this for this. It's okay, man. It's cool, man. Big up the chairman. Calm down, bro. Like, you're going to scare people off. Calm down. It's not the worst signing, but it's not inspiring, bro. Fucking dickheads. No, it weren't me, man. I don't know. I don't know why we keep someone's getting peas at Chelsea. Someone's getting peas at Chelsea. Somebody at Arsenal works for Chelsea. That's it. Big up Chelsea, because Chelsea are not ripping us off, you know. Chelsea are not doing anything wrong. We're bumping ourselves. We're getting into bed with the devil and complaining when we get the short end of the stick. Why? Yeah. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's so cool. His smile was gonna piss me off. Like, oh my god, we're losing, and we've got an opportunity in the last minute of the game to snatch something. All I need to do is fucking square it to Havertz, who might miss, but I'm not gonna square. I'm gonna try and be greedy. Big up you lot, fam. The more I think about it, it's the process, man. Big up been watching you for a while, and this is not you. So your club has played you out. You're cool, my dude. It's your owners at the end of the day. 100%. Like, this is what I think people are getting at. Like, respectfully, I think people, if you've been watching me for a while, you know how I feel about the club, and you know how I feel about the owners. I think everybody here, big up you lot who are typically here, you've all got common sense to know you can't just blame one party. Even though Arteta, you make me sick right now. You definitely, if I had a barbecue, you're not rolling. I can't just say it's you. I can't just say it's the Cronkies. I can't just say it's Burr. I can't just say it's these fucking accountants and loyal pussyholes that work here. I can't just say that. One, and also, I think everyone can comprehend, however we feel, we're not on the surface. The only thing we see is who actually comes through the door and if we win or lose games, right? But it's all intangibles. Of course, it comes from the ownership. We all know, man are coming out saying, I didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies and that. Can I just say the Cronkies can I look you, I'll be a liar and I don't want to lie to you lot. If I look you in you lot's face on this live stream and say the only reason in the last 3 years we haven't won a Premier League trophy has been the Cronkies, I think that's wrong. Do I like them? Do I think they're necessarily ambitious? No, but I've accepted them for what they are. And you found a way to be a couple of points without City, behind City. You found a way to lead the Premier League without, obviously, it got overtaken. We finished second, but it was a false image, if we're honest. You found since Mikel Arteta has managed in the champs, you've shown progression in the Champions League, and I've not been bitching about the Cronkies. January, a real owner that wants to win stuff does stuff, but I can't just sit here and blame. Rightly so, the Cronkies could turn around and say to me, listen, since we bought this club outright in 2018, 2019, the transfer win, the record transfer spend has been broken. Declan Rice, we've given the gaffer 65 million. What happened there with Havertz? We've even brought expensive free transfers. We've torn up contracts, and again, I can't just get at them because whatever I think about Arteta, they took a novice, gave him the job, and there has been progression. We've got to this point. So I have to be honest with you, Arteta's being whatever you think about the Cronkies, Arteta has to hold that as well. Because whatever you think about Edu, those accountants and lawyers, whatever you think about the Cronkies, you took the job in the first place. Okay, cool. Maybe you didn't know how they were, even though you was also a former player here. You then knew beyond that point of taking that first deal to signing a new contract, right? You know how your employers are. So you believe, regardless of how they are or how they're not, that you can achieve what you need to achieve. Why on God's green earth would you sign a new contract beyond getting paid 15 million a year, which would be great? And if you know you're working with limited funds and, we fumble the bag in the market, you're saying, bro, these men are not coming in unless Arteta says yes. It's not one of those ones where there are some clubs, sporting director is just signing random players and you have to kind of put up with that. Emery had that. I'm not saying that Arteta, sometimes you're in situations where, like with Sterling, you obviously don't want that, but they're asking you, it's either this or nothing. And you're going, well, I've worked with Sterling before. It is what it is. I can't just sit here and blame the Cronkies. I can't just sit here and blame Edu. I can't just sit here and blame Arteta. Berta, yeah, this is not what I thought was going to happen. Tell my man that this is an idiot thing. I really hope that we're doing that. Literally the first, scroll all the way up to the beginning of this stream, what the first comment says about we agree deals and agree personal terms and we're pivoting. Of course, I hear that. But clearly this is accelerating. We've clearly sat down and said, okay, Madaweke, what sort of wages do you want? If his agent's doing his job and looking at Arsenal is quote unquote, or the nucleus of Arsenal's team is in their mid-20s to late, that kind of sweet spot, Declan Rice, Zubamendi's 26, Saliba's at 23 odd, Saka is a year older than Madaweke, at least for now. Wanyeri and Thingy, Miles Lewis-Skelly, they're 18. He's probably looked at that. If his agent's doing his job, okay, he can grow with them. It is Arsenal. He's 23. We're a serious club. Stays in London. If his agent's doing the right job, you're getting 100+ K. You're getting a 5-year deal. So it's gone beyond that. Okay, what length of contract do you want? Do you actually want to leave Chelsea? What have Chelsea told you? What sort of contract would you like? How we can fit in with playing. Yeah, you might not play off the right, but I think you could be, because if I'm Arteta and I want Madaweke, I say, all right, cool, you will get games off the right, but I think you could be a great left winger, Look at what I've done with Lewis-Skelly. He wants to be a midfielder. I've made him a left back. Look at the track record with certain players improving. So then that's gone from general chit-chat to now, okay, he actually wants to sign from us. Thing that annoys me is clearly, whatever we're trying to do in terms of a wide target, that stuff's gone left, whether that's been Nico Williams, Rodrygo, which we'll get onto, all of that's gone left. This guy featured somewhere. Now, okay, we've got some confidence that you want to join our football club. We obviously like you. I'm not saying us fans, but the club like you, because why would you be talking to Donny in the first place? Now let's start to move forward to agreeing some fee with Chelsea, which is the most important part of the negotiation. You agree the fee, my man does his medical, Then we're there, in it. Nobody's coming in, bro. If my man says no, you're not getting him. You're not. And really, you can't go and get a young development talent. Really, really. I hear it. 23, scratch the surface of his potential, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even saying Madaweke is going to be a total flop. I'm just saying at this moment in time, on the 5th of July at 4:45, there's no way you can sit here and try and do this overly positive bullshit to me about how this is a great signing and it's gonna bang and goosebumps and level raiser. It's a floor raiser. Decent player to have in the squad. Make no mistake about that. I'm even vexed at Newcastle because had the Alanga thing not bang, maybe they go for Donny. We've got 170 likes. We must can grab 200 people. You lot violating, man. But I don't want to hear this, bro. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. Shot Nelson as well. And that's what annoys me the most as well, because you're good, you know, the man whose name won't be mentioned, 200 odd grand off the wages. Jorginho, wages off. Tierney, wages off. If we all imagine Zinchenko goes, wages off. Fair enough, Tomiyasu isn't earning too much piece, but wages off. Throw in Reece Nelson, 100k, wages off. You're cleaning up the wage bill. Bearing in mind, you still got Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus, who there's rumours around their long-term futures, and also Martinelli. Why are you going to shank yourself in the foot again? Come on. The only way anyone will be happy, including myself, about Madaweke is you do a mad thing, innit? That's it. In Berta we trust, but I don't know, man. You need to do a mad thing for me now. You need to do a madness. Remember, Deluded Igal said it was a smoke screen. Big up Igal, but listen, Igal must know something that I don't, innit? I don't know. I'm not no ITK. I'm not saying he is. I don't know. I know what's put forward to me, and the Romanos, the Ornsteins, all of these guys are being linked. It's a dickhead thing. Should have gone for Fufana from Leon. I'd rather just save the peas. You might as well go get Kareem Adeyemi or someone that's going to be a bit less. Dickhead thing. This ain't making sense. But at the end of the day, it's more the way around it, bro. DG, like you always say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. There you have it, man. Be for real. Who are we even getting as a striker? Because that's the most important thing, bro. Isabella? I don't know. 1 minute is Sesko, then it's Gyokeres, then Ollie Watkins is thrown in. I don't think we're in for Hugo Ekitike, but that one there is getting thrown in. What's going on in the real world of football and in the media are two different things. While I have been mad about Madaweke, it's evolving, in it now. I'm not trying to be bad, man, but I hope the medical doesn't work out. I do hope that the medical raises some concerns about your fitness and we don't sign you. I do hope that this is some Nico Williams stuff and you come out with a 10-year contract. But I will give you my support because I believe that's what fans do. That's not me trying to be negative or positive. If we do sign this guy, you will have my support to some degree. Other than that, right now, without you kicking the ball for Arsenal, you're fucking shit, mate. This is fucking shit. You're shit. The plans around this is shit. None of this is making sense. The only thing that will make me happy is if Chelsea go buy Garnacho now, because at least I know they've also wasted the piece. Anyways, people, away from all of that, man. More on Noni Madueke Arsenal story reported earlier. The agreement on personal terms is ready and done, with parties advancing on details this morning. Madaweke said yes to Mikel Arteta's project. Sorry, folks. Sorry, just putting that on charge. Madaweke said yes to Mikel Arteta's project. Club-to-club talks will start in the coming days. I mean, Chelsea and Arsenal, we know how we work now because we buy a bunch of players and we just fresh off of buying Kepa for you, off you lot. So I can't imagine there'll be any hiccups then. I mean, Berta, sabotage this one. Please, Berta, just sabotage this one. You know this ain't the thing, fam. Big up Hand of Arsenal. Hand of Arsenal, big up yourself, yeah. But right now, it looks like there's legs in the race for Madaweke. Rodrygo seems a pipe dream. So I don't really care about it per se, man, if that makes sense, man. Intermediaries with direct mandate from Saudi clubs have been told in no uncertain terms that Rodrygo's preference is to move to the Premier League, with Arsenal his absolute priority in case the deal can be struck with Real Madrid. I mean, because Caicedo's priority is to join Arsenal. Didn't happen. Madrid didn't happen. And I'm not trying to be negative. It's like, can hear that, but bids, fees agreed, medicals. Chelsea have shown interest in Nwaneri's situation only in case new deal won't be sealed with Arsenal. They've chased him since he was 14. That's nothing new there. And I can't imagine Chelsea City. Everyone will be alert and attentive to the situation of Nwaneri. I'd imagine, based on what I know of Waneri's close circle, they'll probably know you learn a lot at Chelsea, and you never know, they might make you a key player. But you probably want to go to somewhere you're going to feature a bit more prominently, or it's evident that you're going to be a key player. A team with less resources, just throwing random names out there, but Brentford, Leipzig, Dortmund, clubs that will house you, develop, and they know they're going to sell you at a premium. Waneri and Arsenal in talks over a new deal while player wants game time guaranteed. And actually, Waneri, you need to be selfish. Yes, you can sit here and say at 17, 18, he's played 20 odd times, 30 odd times for the club, which is progress. But it did come when there's bare injuries. And if you get Eze, Madaweke, Rodrygo, this one, that one, on top of having Kai Havertz, who's probably going to like play in that 10 role ahead of him, Odegaard that's going to play in that 10 role. You've got Rice and Zubimendi. Don't get hung up on the 8s and the 6s, but he's seen as a long-term 10 at 8, right? They're going to feature more. You've got to be selfish because clubs do not care about you. You're useful until you're useless. So, yeah, I hope he stays. But it is what it is. Arsenal agree personal terms. Noni Madueke ahead of potential transfer, says Ornstein. Arsenal have agreed personal terms with Noni Madueke as they consider making an approach to Chelsea for the winger. Madueke has given the green light to the move, but there have been no club-to-club talks yet. Hopefully, they never start. Arsenal have good relations with Chelsea and have done business with them this summer with Kepa joining. Don't forget Kai Havertz. Madueke is of interest to Arsenal as they weigh up options to provide depth on the right wing. Interesting. Right wing. So is he gassing him and saying you can fight with Saka? While the England international is also capable of operating on the opposite flank. The Athletic reported on July 1st that Madaweke was one of the options being considered by Arsenal as they search for a versatile attacking player to add to Mikel Arteta's squad this summer. Eze and Morgan Rogers are also under consideration. He made 45 appearances for Chelsea. He's currently over in America, the Club World Cup. He got 11 goals and 5 assists, 7 in the league, 3 of which came in one game. And he has had a hamstring injury. He's made just shy of 100 appearances. 91. He's played 91. He's got a deal for the next 5 years. So he's under 5 years. There's probably an element of a sell-on clause with PSV. They're going to want to chop bread. And also this helps Chelsea get some sort of money back. And this is a club that is selling, hotels and doing all of that. Really. It's jarring, man. It's jarring. Stay up, my dude. Patience. I'm patient, but bro, I can only talk about what's in front of me, innit? And this is not making sense. I'm really not trying to really give anything else beyond that. Despite frustrations over gentleman's agreement. You see what I'm talking about with this gentleman's agreement thing? You've seen it with Sesko, you've seen it with Gyokeres. Gentleman's agreement has no place in business. Cold-hearted writing. Benjamin Sesko's agent, Elvis Bazanovic, has been reluctant to pressure RB Leipzig to sell the forward to keep relations sweet should he remain in Germany, people. There's a growing sense of fear and anxiety. And this ain't even talking about Madaweke, at RB Leipzig around the future of Benjamin Sesko. The club are in desperate need to sell players to rebuild their squad and have accepted that Sesko will be the man to fill up their kitty. That made me laugh when I did a video about this. I'm childish, I know. If you don't laugh, you'll cry anyways. The issue is that Arsenal have still not made a bid, and that is seriously worrying Leipzig. Sunsport understands, as it stands, negotiations over a fee that both clubs are happy to shake hands on are at a stalemate. Arsenal consider around 60 million a fair price, while Leipzig would prefer upwards of 70 million. Arsenal know that Leipzig are getting desperate and are in a weak negotiating position financially. Arsenal also already agreed on personal terms with Sesko. Sesko's agent has so far been reluctant to pressure them all. We've gone over that. Apparently there's frustrations over a gentleman's agreement. Apparently the player could leave for 60 million. That's in danger of being broken. One love for the super chat, my guy. If we get Madaweke, Saka, Arteta, I'm done. That's not happening, man. Arteta's taste in attackers is shocking. Trust me. Even his track record of bringing in, he ain't really brought in anyone. I was there way before Omri and Bergkamp since a toddler. I hear that, man. I hear that, but at the same time, bro, and I'm not saying you're saying this. This is not that. It's not. BBC Sport understands Arsenal will look to sell one of their more established first-team players inside the next 12 months. Please smash the like button and let me know your thoughts, people. I will be scrolling up in the chat, man. Just, bit of order with what we're doing because I think I've let you lot down. As much as I like to provide content for you lot provide a bit of therapy. Get my thoughts off, feel a bit better now. Not necessarily about the situation, but I've had my laugh and moan. Martinelli has been extensively linked with a move away this summer, and it is understood that isn't something the club are ruling out. There are understood to be several clubs in Germany keeping on Kai Havertz's situation heading into next summer, when he'll have 2 years left on his contract. It's now clear the Arsenal hierarchy and Arteta have chosen Gyokeres. Berta has travelled to the Portuguese capital a few times, and negotiations are going well with his agent and Sporting. There's a lot of optimism from the Gunners that a deal can be done soon. Peter Rukis said, my understanding is that Gyokeres' reps were in Portugal for showdown talks with Sporting to try and thrash this deal out. There is growing optimism from his side and from Arsenal that they can get over the line. Gyokeres is the clear favourite now to make that move to Arsenal. No deal is done until it's done, but there is growing optimism Arsenal are finally going to get Gyokeres as their new 9. Sporting waiting for Arsenal to offer for Gyokeres. Apparently, he's due back for pre-season on Monday. Arsenal are understood to have made headway with a potential move for Gyokeres in recent days. The player is very keen to join Arsenal. Significantly, the signing of Gyokeres is understood to have Andrea Berta's backing. Gyokeres was not a strong target for Arsenal prior to his arrival, but he believes he can make an instant impact. Should Arsenal sign Sesko or Gyokeres, it's likely to cost them in excess of 70 million. Watkins would be a cheaper option. Imagine Ollie Watkins and Madaweke. I'm not saying it wouldn't work where Ollie Watkins is concerned, and less Madaweke, but boy, goosebumps. It's understood Watkins and Gyokeres are 2 players Arsenal have explored moves for in recent days. Great stuff. Benjamin Sesko, Victor Gyokeres, who knows? Maybe Ollie Watkins. They're all being leveraged against each other. Arsenal want to do one thing, sign either Gyokeres or Sesko. Why don't you leverage Madaweke with some left wingers? Anyways, Berta will be saying, if we don't get Gyokeres, we'll go for Sesko. If we don't get Sesko, we'll go for Gyokeres. I bet you neither Leipzig nor Sporting know the true reality. If neither come off, you've still got Watkins, but I think Aston Villa, because they just sold their women's team to satisfy PSR concerns, will be rather bullish and will hold out for 60 million plus. Arsenal will have to pay well in excess of 70 million to sign Rodrygo from Real Madrid, and possible competition from Bayern Munich and PSG could further increase the price. Apparently, 90 million is seen as the ballpark figure. We love his versatility and believe he could be a great guy. Eze is a separate matter, unlinked to any of the above targets or positions, even though he could also be utilised as a left winger. You've seen what Liverpool have done over the years and what Liverpool have done so far. You've seen what City, but Madaweke is a game changer. Madaweke, Kepa, Norgard, Zubamendi, might be missing out one. Arsenal now ready to make an offer, according to reports in Spain, of over 90 million for Rodrygo. You're not going to get Eze, Rodrygo, Madaweke anyways, man. And a striker. The player has put talks with Arsenal on standby until the tournament ends. You did that. Well, you're not getting Rodrygo, so forget Rodrygo. Okay, you're going to get Madaweke. Make sure you get me my Sesko and Gyokeres. Make sure you bring in Eze. Culture staff at Arsenal believe he could do a thing, people, and apparently he featured heavily in our internal recruitment policy plans and ideas for the summer, towards the latter half of the season. We won't make a move for him apparently until August, giving them time to balance the books. The player apparently hasn't spoken to Jabi Alonso just yet, people. This is actually what I thought we'd be talking about today, because apparently Arsenal were advancing on personal terms. Apparently Madaweke hasn't asked to leave Chelsea. He's focused on the Club World Cup. He's understood to be open to a move to Arsenal. Now, clearly that's accelerated in the last hour or so. So we'll skip over that. Arsenal among several clubs interested in Madaweke this summer. Where's the several clubs? Rise up, bro. Chelsea are thought to value the player at 50 million, but that price could be open to negotiations. Arsenal been looking for some backup to Saka on the right-hand side, and now they could have done with it in his time out injured last season. Of course, Wanyeri's there, who did very well initially, but didn't play much towards the end of last season. He's young, just 18, and I think they see him more as an 8 or 10 in the future. How much game time is he going to get in midfield? So who can deputize in that position? They looked at Mbeumo initially. The difference is Mbeumo is actually good. He's on course to join United. They looked into Madaweke as an option. I'm sure they have other options too. Bring up the other options. The advantage of Madaweke is he has capabilities of playing on the other side as well. Bro, what does that mean? Because Saka can play right and left. Jesus can play right and left. Trossard can play on right and the left. Wow, professional footballers might be stronger on the right or the left, but they can play on the other side. Wanyeri can perform off the left. Might not be his strongest position. He can play there. The hell are we talking about? These are the things. When you say it, it makes sense. But that you have to have critical thinking. So it's not really an advantage. Because nobody has said Madaweke can't play off both flanks. No one. But he's a right winger, essentially. Nobody said he's as strong off the left. Some Chelsea fans say he's stinking up the place on both sides. Whereas Embuemo very much has been in the right channel. And I think, well, Embuemo can play off the left. The same kind of thing would be said with Madaweke. It's just we're not going to go for Embuemo. Well, we can't now anyways. I think some positive conversations have been held, but more on the player side, not club to club, between Arsenal and Chelsea at the time of recording. Things can change, obviously, which they have, because Ornstein announced some news. So there's something there. It's not to say it's going to happen, but there's a possible departure from Chelsea. And that's why they've been looking at these wide attacking positions in the market. So yeah, watch this space. We're watching it. But I mean, I don't... English. I don't want to. Apparently, we've held private talks. They're holding out for 50 million. Is this real? Is this happening? I don't even want to, like, we've gone over Rodrygo, but for what it's worth, Romano said, what's going on between Arsenal and Rodrygo? I can confirm Arsenal's position is very clear. Arsenal love him, bro. I love Kelly Rowland. Don't mean I'm going to go take a Turtle Bay today, am I? So where are we going with this? At the moment, there's no concrete negotiations, not even a bid. Why? Because he's very expensive. And everything for Rodrygo, we decided after the World Cup. Real Madrid will speak to Rodrygo's camp in the next few days to clarify the situation. Remember, he'll only leave if the player decides to do so. Otherwise, Real Madrid are not desperate to sell. For Arsenal, it will depend on the price and financial package. At the moment, it's very early stages. Great stuff. We're set to pursue other priorities until Rodrygo decision. Should be doing that anyways. On Eze, Arsenal exploring a deal for Eze as things stand. They've held some conversations, not club to club so far. It's more with the player side of things. It'd be as a potential attacking addition. It's not like they would be looking at him and not a left winger or not a striker. Oh, he's a better left winger than Madaweke. He's probably better right winger than Madaweke. It's an additional thing. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's advanced. Arsenal, I think, wouldn't want to be going as high as the release clause. If they proceed with this, I'm sure Crystal Palace would like to see the release clause met if they're going to lose their player. Eze's release clause is timed, so it has to be hit within a certain period. Otherwise, it's not active and you have to negotiate like normal. We're not at that point yet. It's something that may develop, but it is a relatively embryonic stage right now. What's embryonic mean? Anyone, any teachers here? We've got plans to sign three attackers, Eze, Rodrygo, and now striker. Personally, I think you can now hope for it to be Eze, Madaweke, and either Sesko, Gyokeres, Watkins, Hugo Ekitike, or random Joe blogs. Get off my screen, man. Just get off my screen. Xabi Alonso on Rodrygo. I'm sure Rodrygo can return to his best form. I spoke with him. He's positive, eager, and ready when needed. Arsenal view Ranieri as an 8 or a 10. Give him 8 or 10 minutes. As of this morning, Arsenal are not planning to announce Martin Zubimendi today due to yesterday's events. RP Jota. Bayern Munich apparently have poured cold water on Rafa Leao. You know what? Go for it, man. Just spend a piece now, man. Just spend a piece. Nico Williams, he's going to cost an arm and a leg. Tomiyasu obviously was announced as he's gone. Stop saying Madaweke. Embryonic pre-birth stage. Okay, big up you lot. If we sign Noni, no matter what else we do, I'll be Arteta as well, sending me. Getting links showed interest to sign Eze, Gyokeres, and Rodrygo, but signing bums like Madaweke, Sesko, and Norgard. I'm not going to lie, I think Madaweke is the bum. I don't think Norgard is the game changer, and I would have liked someone else, but all right, cool. That's when them kind of ones, that's when I care about Premier League experience. Mascara, cool. Tomiyasu's gone. We do appear to be well stocked defensively, but when we've gone over this before, when you actually start to look at it, it's not really young, impressionable. I think we hear he's 2-footed. So you might even be able to do the Tomiyasu thing, playing left back and right back. I know for a fact you can play left-sided and right-sided centre-back as well as right back. I can see a use for that. Obviously, Eze, Gyokeres, Rodrygo, they whet the appetite. Beyond Madaweke being able to play on the right-hand side, it's not making sense. That's a bum to me. Why bring in Berta if we sign the same types of bums Edu was bringing in? It raises in question, what can Berta really change? And as much as I like Berta and I thought he was here to play business, you got to remember, he comes from you could argue he's in the right fit, not to draw him out, but he's a right fit. Remember, he came into football with a financial background. Bro, remove the poet, pees me off. S, appreciate you, but let's actually break this down. 500 people here. Our channel, me here. Just because it pisses you off, I should change something? The world don't revolve around me, you, or anyone here, mate. So just don't look at it. Very draining and saddening. Can't wait for Madaweke to wear that red shirt soon. Definitely not an Arsenal fan. I'd be upset for 50 for Noni. Very calm and rational. 50 million is the new 20. And they're going to get that, bro. Arsenal are still going for Rodrygo as per hand of Arsenal. Looks like we're getting Eze, Madaweke, Rodrygo, Nelly or Trossard will be gone. Probably, I can't see us getting Madaweke, Eze, Rodrygo and a striker, personally. I think at best now, you hope for Eze to come in. I hope we get Rodrygo. I think if Madaweke is coming, I think your best case is to hope for your Sesko / Gyokeres, your Eze, and just keep it moving, bro. Signing of Noni could have an impact on Wanyeri, 100%. Big up DJ in the community, July 5th, and Arsenal need to stand on some business. Big up you lot, yeah, because America, like the American tugs in here, isn't this a celebratory period for you lot? Like either the 4th of July, 5th of July. Apologies if I'm late, but yeah. But it's lazy recruitment, it's uninspiring. And why? Pardon me. Obviously, we can sign players, and we have in the past that nobody really rates, and they take a while and they get going. Equally, we can sign players that we're excited about that don't bang. But when, especially with the attacking signings, Sterling last summer, you know, indirectly Kai Havertz and a couple. Why is it always we have to squint and do up algebra as to how this player could be good? I know it's a very lazy way of viewing things, but very rarely, especially with the attackers, are we just signing players? You're like, yeah, no, we're bullish about you. We're bullish about if you did get Eze. We're bullish about if you did get Rodrygo, depending on where you stand on a Sesko and a Gyokeres, but you're squinting, you're doing bare maths. Well, Madaweke is 23, England international, this, that, and that. You're doing bare maths. And I know things deeper than that goes into football, but come on. I don't want to drink the Kool-Aid. Bring some Hennessy, though, man. My son outgrew his Arsenal shirts. I predict his next kit will be a cool vintage Roma or something. Now, you got to teach your son loyalty, bro. Klopp wants Arsenal to pay through the nose for Sesko. Klopp has no love for Arteta. I'm not quite sure that's that. Arteta has one more season. If we don't win a big trophy, he's got to go. I mean, that seems to be the talk. You know, I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying fans are wrong to feel like that and feel that there's an element to deliver. But if you go and get half of these players, it always feels like tomorrow. And reality is, if we skip forward a year, I keep saying this, like if we just assume we went out of the FA Cup at the same stage and in the same context as this year, God forbid, as we did to United, we got the 2 semi-finals and we finished second. So exactly the same thing in the season to come. I'm not saying fans won't call for his head, and especially if there's nuances, whether there's injuries, ref decisions, all those kind of crap. Yeah, I'm not saying that fans won't call for it. I'm not saying you can't consider the nuances. I'm just saying if we had the exact same season, do we think he's getting sacked? I'm not saying no. But I don't see it. I don't see the 15 million a year contract getting ripped up, especially because Bert has just come through the door, a couple of coaches. And I know this is the belly of the beast. As long as you get Champions League and you give a good account of yourself in certain competitions, and Arsenal were always, the glass is half empty, half full kind of approach. And there's a scenario where we can do the ifs and buts. If this referee that, if we bought this, if my man, even down to the point which I think is fucking stupid with some fans, yeah, when they do this thing like Aston Villa, Zinchenko, he's the reason we didn't win the league. I'm not even going to get into it, but that's stupid. 38 games, 11 players on the pitch. God knows however many players would have played throughout the season. It's silly. It's very easy to blame one party. Oh, mate. And they're going to buy Kudus. And that's the thing. You can't get Kudus. You can't get Kudus. It's too late now, but in general, you can't get Kudus. One love for the super chat. My theory is that this club does this for the few. Damn. You can't go and get Kudus. You guys who are living in North London, go to the Emirates and demonstrate this is unacceptable. I'm not going to lie. I think that's a bit much for Madaweke, even though I'm not happy. I think that's a bit harsh. And also, I'm not saying protests don't do anything, but how many times in history, Football Mirror Society, right? How many times has protest saved stuff? For every one time a protest has made something happen, there's a million cases where it hasn't. What's going to change? Arteta is still going to be the manager. Cronkies are still going to get the P's. The players are still going to get paid. If we sign Madaweke, whether I can scream, shout, shake it all about, that's what's happening. What's going to change? At some point, we can go today, make our feelings heard. But then what happens tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day? And this is the twang that all football fans are in. I'm not even trying to draw out Spurs fans. I'm not saying Spurs fans are still not Levy out. But naturally, if Spurs lost the Europa League final, yeah, and they were 17th or wherever they finished, the Levy outing has some kind of credibility, right? I'm not saying people weren't saying Levy out, but when they won the title, bearing in mind they won the Europa League, bearing in mind I live not far from it, No one ain't doing that. Man are happy. And I'm not saying they can't be. Man are not happy. If you really want change, you have to do it all the time. This is not to criticize Spurs or Arsenal fans. This is the twang that they have football as a community. This is the twang that they've got us in. So it is where it is, man. Sometimes you have to think through the madness. Berta is here because of the owners. I think the plan is for Simeone. Bittersweet at the end of the day. I don't think Berta's brought into like, oh yeah, you're gearing up for some Arteta replacement and that. Of course, if they sacked Arteta, Berta's gonna have to have his hand in recruitment. But it's just another piece in the puzzle, if that makes sense. We haggle for weeks for the most informed striker in Europe. When it comes to Chelsea, we just pay straight away. But, real talk, DG. We have to be the hardest of the so-called big teams to follow. My heart, man. I want to sit down. I'm done, but I know I'm not. It is what it is, bro. Like, wait for the top Gooners to make Madaweke gas videos. Bro, it is what it is. Just too much people dishonest. I'm not going to sit here. And I know I've been very critical. I don't think he's shit. Like, I don't think... I can see why you're a professional footballer. But I don't see how you improve us. In terms of being a squad player, cool. But for the money you're going to be on and the wages... And I make no mistake. I've got no beef with Madaweke. If Arsenal are dumb enough to pay you 100 odd grand, I rate that. You're living your dream. You're doing your thing. But us? Really? And someone just made a good point, and I know things are not different, and I know things are different, and I know that we could have been speaking with Madaweke for a while, but the comment I just made, that's a bloody good point. With them things, and I know things are different, but with them kind of Rodrygos and Ezes and Gyokeres and Sesko, it's a delay thing. This is taking speed now. You could say Chelsea are more than happy. Chelsea are more than happy. It's like Chelsea are drug dealers. We're their favorite knees. They know we're scoring. We're cleaning them out. So they're not going to delay. We probably got coupons, man. Probably, our Chelsea nectar points have to be mad. Jolting. Not watching PSG buying. Now we're here, man. We'll end up. And again, Madaweke, go get your bread. For me, that's incompetence. You're wrong if fans protest, not buy merchandise, and stop going to matches that can pressure the club to fix up. Samuel, you're conflating it. I'm not saying you are right, but we were speaking on protests. Obviously, when you're talking about merchandise and bums on seats, that's what got Wenger gone, on top of just not getting Champions League. Let's be real. That's what got Emery gone. I'm sure he got sacked when we got Frankfurt and whatnot. That is what's keeping man in the job. Of course, the merchandise hitting them in their pockets, but let's break it down. For every Arsenal fan, because let's be honest, this goes for you, this goes for me. This goes for everyone. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that together our voices mean something. In isolation, our voices mean, and again, sorry for swearing, it means fuck all. For every Arsenal fan that sits there and has a season ticket and says, yo, I'm done, I'm not going, there's thousands on a waiting list that will fight. Like when you see Black Friday sales, people are fighting over TVs. Fight for that. For every shirt you say you're not buying, man are going to clean up. Man are going to clean up that whole Arsenal store. Having a football club must be one of the best businesses. So yeah, we don't really do it. You're right with that, but it's not going to change. One man don't buy a ticket. There's thousands, millions of people around the world fighting for that one ticket, whether that's in the clock end, whether that's in the fancy bougie seats, wherever. And it's a dictatorship. There's a lot of journalists who work for the club. They're not going to really ask Arteta because they know I need to be invited. I need to be there. I need to whatever. It's the system. It's not even just Arsenal. It's the system. Football is a dirty game. Football mirrors society. I'm going left with this, but we all saw the information that came out yesterday. People hide behind establishments. Football mirrors society, man. So it does piss me off because my club's not moving serious. But then when I take a step back, bro, like what shall be, shall be. Don't watch games, don't buy kits. I mean, I can never sit here and say I'm not watching games. I love this football club. I might not love how it's being run, but I love it. Mafia settings, bro. Vieira, Lakonga, Zini, Nelson are all still here. We're signing more for the players. I hope it works. My only hope is I want to be proven wrong with Madaweke. Become a baller. Let us play to the standard where I'm making videos or you're seeing articles like how did Chelsea let him go? It's got to be one of the first names on the team sheet. I wish that. I hope you become the best thing since sliced bread. I hope Kai Havertz develops into a 20-goal season striker. If Jesus and Martinelli were able to stay fit and show their form and their improvements, I might be looking at the left wing and the striker a lot differently. I hope this happens. I all live in hope. But then I live in reality. These things are not going to happen, are they? They don't care. Or they don't care how I need them to care. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Is where it is, man. I gave up my season ticket 3 years before Wenger left. The money they're talking about for Noni could go towards the deals we need over the line. That's what's so frustrating. Clubs like Arsenal, the reason Chelsea can just have a punt at all the youngsters they want. If they work, they'll win at Chelsea. They'll win stuff at Chelsea. If they don't, we'll just bail them out by buying stuff. Club ain't going to make no statement regarding Partey, bro. We're going to hide behind the legalities and the paperwork. And I'm not necessarily saying certain codes of conduct, but it is what it is. Even the Athletic are coming out slagging off Arsenal. You lot are complicit with Arsenal, if I'm honest in that regards. I've spoken about Thomas. Fuck Thomas Partey. And again, what annoys me with the Thomas Partey stuff, yeah, we don't condone anything he's done. But it's turned on social media into just pissing on Arsenal, like doing that whole club stuff. People, I'd say people are having some shaky opinions. The only thing I care about is the victims, because there's the victims are all that matters, especially something as heinous as that. The victims are all that matters. That's all that matters, and whatnot. And even that, we all know how money works. How much guilty people have we seen walk away? I'm done, man. I can't bother, bro. It's an establishment. But I always say, I tell you what to think. I don't tell you what to think. I tell you to think. Some of you are been following me for time. I'm not even trying to slag off the club, but I always say, whatever club you support, don't think it's holier than thou. You know, don't fall for the slogans, winning with class and whatever. Football protects the most wrongers. You know, sports mirror society. Whether it's on the terraces, where every now and again there's racist stuff or stuff that you've seen with this player, and this is part A isn't the first, and he won't be the last. Football protects dons. Football media protects dons. Football YouTube protects dons of all kind of fuckery. And it's not going to change. So don't fall for this touch of class, culture, club. None of it matters. The club might have that. But remember, there's humans working at the club, you know. Unfortunately, these things become PR, saving phase, damage limitation, rather than justice, innit? I'm not going to speak on that anymore. Fuck him. Simple as that. Bro, we ain't got no power. The new generated supporters are happy where we are. Fuck it now, man. So is the Eze deal off? I don't know. We don't want to be Poch Spurs. No one remembers second. It's good, but you have to push on to the same position. If not, try with the next person while you're in a strong position. True. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. We're still pissing about, you know, buying CEX games and that second-hand games, and we're hoping we get to the next level. And it's not a tourist thing. Don't throw the tourists over there, because there's fans that don't live in this country that feel that way. There's fans that live in this country that will buy everything. But it's a twang, bro. Like, it's never going to change, bro. In many ways, football mirrors politics. It definitely mirrors society. It's not going to change, bro. So fuck it. Big up Hatch. Like or fuck off. Hey, Hatch, damn. Big up the mods. Damn. Hey, yeah, aggressive. Wish we was that aggressive in the market, but I second that. Big up you, man. And big up anyone who's hit the like button. One love for the super chats. I don't normally get super chats, but you lot, yeah. Big up you lot, man. I think I missed one as well. Let me go find it. Appreciate you, my guy. Oh, hit the links. Hit the like, sorry. We bring content and you lot can't like the vid, like or get out. H, my guy. Player of the month for the mods. Our fan base seems to be getting more divided by the news on how the clubs are acting, because, like, bro, I think all football fans are idiots, in it. But a lot are emotional, including myself. But I feel with Arsenal, there's too much battle lines. There's the super positive, there's a super negative. There's not balance. Everything is shit. Everything's amazing. People want to find negatives where there's positives. People want to find positives where they're negative. No one wants to be honest. It's like politicians. People thrive off negativity. Everyone is going to be here for that. There's also idiots that just want to do the positive thing. They're liars. We don't have a central party or a central place where we can say, you know what, we've got 10 things to discuss. 4 are good, 4 are shit. Remains to be seen here. There's no honesty. It's just BS. And that's why on this platform, I always say, I don't tell you what to think, just think. I learn a lot from you, you know. And that's how I look at my life. I don't know nothing. If I believe the sky is blue and you lot say, oh, actually, DG, you know what? Studies find that it's purple, and you're showing me evidence, what idiot is going to be like, no, it's still blue. You can't tell me it's not blue. You'd be an idiot, wouldn't you? You can protest Cronkies. As bad mind as it is, if I'll be real, put myself in the Cronky shoes, and I assume I think exactly like them. If I'm in America, it doesn't matter. I might zoom in on the CCTV at the Emirates and see these lot, and then turn it off, and then go and enjoy life with my wife on my yacht. Or if I happen to be in my office at either, well, no one protests outside the training ground, but if I was at the Emirates in my office in like the 5th, I don't even know how many floors, but at the top, and I can see fans, just draw my curtain. They have to go home. If they're younger fans, their mom's gonna call them to go home soon. If they're older fans, man or woman, they gotta go get their youths ready for school or whatever. I don't have the answers, but there's how much screaming and shouting, and even that, Cronkies have been through the wars. They've survived the Super League. They've survived when it was a lot more toxic and you couldn't really, well, you can't really now, but when it was a lot more bleak at Arsenal, you survived all of that. They're not watching 9. I'm not trying to be defeated, but it's the reality. I can't believe this Madaweke link is becoming a genuine interest with possibility of Arsenal doing the deal. I just hope Noni is a backup target. I hear that, man, but Madaweke's got injury record. But he's not, well, hold it. Hold it. That's what you lot signed up for. You lot are paid to make these decisions. You lot know Madaweke more than us because you must have been scouting and positives and pitching the case. Make it work. Because I'll be the first. Listen, if I want Madaweke to work. I'm not happy about it. I'm not doing that overly positive thing. I want Madaweke to work. You know what? Fair play. Because that's what football is. As much as it is like we like this one, we hate that one. If you're doing the business on the pitch, who cares? I just felt we should be at that stage now where we're not even an R-ing, can they be a good player? The only positives I could say about Madaweke is I think he's a bit of a cunt in a good way, that I think you're better than what you think you're better than what you actually are. I'd rather someone believe a bit too much in themselves. And defaultly, you are a squad player to ease the burden. Beyond that, I can't see the ability, how you raise the level. I can't see how, you make a difference. There's a lot of squad fillers. Right now, the only player that I feel takes this thing to the next level is Zubamendi in his own way. And even that, it remains to be seen. There's been no game changes. And yes, it is only July. Again, on this channel, we've got common sense. But show me. I said that before the market opened. I'm going to keep saying, show me. Okay, you want this. Cool. Hit the likes or get out. Come on, man. Smash the like, subscribe if you haven't. And appreciative of you lot. I can see Ethan replacing Harvey Elliott at Liverpool. Good move. Guy in Liverpool, to be fair. I've seen what Madaweke. I've seen of Madaweke. He looks a bit greedy, like he wants to score for himself and not the team, not another Chelsea player, not unless it's cheap. To be fair, I don't mind you being greedy. I don't mind the attackers being greedy. But I criticize Martinelli's decision-making. Madaweke's decision-making is shaky. Trossard's consistency, like all 3 of them, you got 3 men that can play off the left, 4 if you include Jesus. You already know what you're getting at. If we want to be a team that's a shoe-in for top 4, good top 6 record, good tactics, all of that, we've got enough. If we want to get to the next level and go beyond waffling, as great as it was beating Real Madrid and competing against PSG, but going out, you can see where I'm going. You can see where I'm going. Chelsea fans glaze Madaweke. I don't think they do. I don't rate him, but I'll take him because they do like him. Just coping now. We're getting him. Plus, we got Bain, our main man. Everything else is extra. I hope so, bro. I hope so. If this club lets Wanyeri go to Chelsea and get Madaweke, I swear. I'm past the point of being mad now, bro. RIP Jota as well, as much as we're crying about football crazy. DG, I scouted Mascara you last night on White. We scout, the kid looks solid. He's a cool player. I got no beef with him as well. Yesterday was Independence from England Day for us. What country doesn't have Independence Day from England, blood? Crazy, isn't it? Because I live in England. I always think about that, like this tiny island colonized the world and did the mad thing, like, because it is a tiny island. But yeah, away from that, I don't know what to tell you, lot people. Like, I think I've exhausted at this point. I think I've said everything, exhausted everything. Like, it's what it is. Hey, 282 likes. Can we get to 300? Big up to you lot who have hit the like button, but we must be able to. I can't lie. Take Madaweke and Eze for 90 to 100 instead of spending all that money on Rodrygo. I hear that, but you can't just get Eze your striker. I'd rather Rodrygo, but you can't just get Eze your striker. And I couldn't tell you who, but go and get a younger guy that's kind of at this, like Karim Adeyemi costs a lot less, or there might be some random Brazilian youth that can he might not be ready right now per se, but in the short, medium, and long term, he ties in. For a team that waffles about outsmarting the market and all of this, it is quite predictable, isn't it? DG, what do you rate the transfer window out of 10 so far? It's a 3, bro. Maybe a 4. All right. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. In terms of the positions covered, cool. I thought we needed defensive depth. Cool. I think we needed a centre mid with Zubamendi. All right. Got Norgard, so that's 2 midfielders. Not really built the depth, but all right. Madaweke, you brought someone in that role. All right. Strike, I hope so. In terms of that, I hear it. You've addressed all the areas, but Zubamendi's the only one I'm like, wow. Like, not even wow, but like, I genuinely believe in Zubamendi in it. And even that, we're betting a lot on him. But I think that's the only ceiling raiser we've done so far. I do believe that with Zubamendi. Mosquera, cool. Young G, like what you could be, can help us around the squad. No issues with that. Wouldn't have signed Kepa personally, but I'm not going to do too much. Second choice keeper is what it is. Norgard would have loved someone that was levels with the man whose name we shall not mention, or someone a lot better, but not a better footballer than Jorginho, but can maybe ease the burden off Rice on occasion. Going to be available a lot more. All right, cool. Apart from that, Madaweke, really cool. You can tell me about Eze and Rodrygo and Sesko and Gyokeres and this one and that one and random Monaco youths every now and again till you blue in the face. Unless I'm wrong and I look left and I look right, wait, hang about. Maybe I should look outside even though I live closer to Tottenham. If I look outside, have we signed any attackers? And then is there level raisers? Because I like Calafiori. He couldn't stay fit. But last season I said, okay, I don't know if you're evidently going to start bare games, but you're a ceiling raiser, floor raiser, sorry, at this moment in time. Miles Lewis-Skelly disarmed you for that. Marino, cool, don't mind you, floor raiser. And again, on the pitch, when you look at breaking down low blocks, when you look at having abilities to pivot away when the match tactics are not working, the subs, all of these things that we saw, again, stay with me, people, just tactics on the pitch. We saw it play out last season, but those were all talking points we had going into the season that's just finished, right? Left wing, up front, depth, centre mid, probably a backup goalie to a degree. We've known we've needed to do some of these things for years. From the very first season that kicked off the title, being second and all that. If nothing changes. So yeah, 4, bro. I watch La Liga. Mosquera's bang average. He can be bang average, bro. There's many people that I've seen be held as legends and top players for Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United. They were nothing to scream and shout about. As long as you do your job, you're reliable, you're competent, and you're consistent. Calm. No watch along today, my guy. Can be average. Not everyone has to be the star, man. I just love a bit of competition for places. It makes everyone better. It's true. But even Saka, I'm sure Madaweke is your boy. Look, man, you ain't playing ahead of, man. Who are you playing ahead of? Left wing. I hear it because if I'm Martinelli, I'm not necessarily scared of Trossard or Madaweke. Madaweke the same. I would feel that with those two. And Trossard the same. Trossard, I don't know if he's going to be here. I don't know if Martinelli's going to be here. Arsenal are complete embarrassment. 51 years and we go and sign players from our rivals. Bakayoko from PSV, bit raw. Probably costs a lot less. DG, would you lie to Wanyeri if he wants guaranteed playing time? We need him to stay at Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, I would actually play him, but you've got to tell man everything under the sun. You've got to. All managers, all clubs are lying. Romano posted Chelsea looking at. Oh yeah, gone over that already. We've reached a point where we're scared to lose Wanyeri, and now we're about to sign Madaweke phase 6. Look, do your thing. Wenger, just call your former player, please. You must have his number because this is foolishness. DG, you said squad player, but you also said a value thing before, which is the club to try to make squad players into main star. Exactly. We take sidemen, and we try and make them the regulars. We take a man that, like, let's take Madaweke. I assume, I don't know for Eze and Rodrygo and Gyokeres and Sesko. Let's talk about actually what we think's happening, innit? I don't know where they see you, but I'd assume they have the common sense to say you're probably going to play off that left-hand side a lot more than off the right, innit? Yeah, ease the burden on Saka. You're taking a guy that wouldn't be the worst, dependent on the fee as a squad player, provided you done other business, and trying to make him a regular. And I understand some man you get in, you can see that they're just going to be squad players or squad fillers or floor raisers or whatever. But we never do this thing, yeah. Well, indirectly, it's happened, what I'm about to say, with Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, and maybe you could extend that to Tomiyasu and things of that ilk, yeah. But we never go and get, and I'm not saying you need to buy 100 players that cost 100 million, or, we'd all love every top player. We'd all love Eze, Rodgers, Morgan Gibbs White, Cole Palmer, Caicedo, you know, Amad Diallo. I'm just trying to think of any good player that plays in the Prem apart from Arsenal, in it. And I'm sure other fans the same. We'd all love it. Everybody wants every good player, whether you've been linked with them or they play for rivals, right? And we all know you can't do that. But we never do this thing where, I don't know, let's just say there's a player twice the ability of Saka. Like there's a right winger that's on joining Arsenal. The money makes sense, all that kind of stuff. He just, for this example, just better than Saka. Now, if you go bring him in and he's an upgrade on Saka, it might be cruel to Saka, but at the end of the day, we've got a better player. Indirectly, Saka becomes that kind of squad player. Do you get what I'm saying, people? We never go and get bad boys indirectly, players that are good and first team regulars in their own right. They start becoming that. We never really do that. XG champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Madaweke is not the guy, bro. He's a Hudson Odoi type player, all hype, no minerals. I'd rather Hudson Odoi. I'll be real, man. Maybe even my man Alanga. Player preference aside, I just want Arsenal to be successful and win major trophies. Exactly. But for me, if you keep doing the same things in the exact same ways, the same results are going to happen, aren't they? And life is a bit hypocritical because you have to find that balance with being stubborn, but then also saying, okay, actually, this isn't working. Let's try something else. We'll never get a start on our tops like PSG. Worst piece of business, no game changers or level raisers. It's not an interest, Berta won't buy Trass. It's Chelsea PR. I'm not sure you're saying there, my guy. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if we sign Mount. Not a fan of the pirate headband either. Only St. Maximin could pull it off. Bit harsh, man. Now, you can wear that, but horrible. I mean, I'd rather target Harvey Elliott. I'm surprised we didn't buy Kyle Walker. Probably wants to move closer up north, innit? Did you hit the like button? Tell them again. My question is, does success not bring more money in? If we win trophies, people will buy more merch. The feel-good factor makes people spend. Failure doesn't. Don't get the lack of ambition. Because we would like to win. We're not dying to win. We'd like to win. And I'm not talking about the fans. I actually wouldn't expand that to the players. As an establishment, as a football club, we'd like to win. We'd love to win a Prem. But it's not be all and end all. Clearly it's not. Because we've been consistent in a lot of financial things. We ain't been consistent in terms of getting over the line. We'd like to win. We're not dying to win. Boy, tell them again, bro. I ain't got no answers for you, lot, bro. I ain't got no answers. I'm here with you, look. They are paying 60 for Pedro. Who do you prefer? Naturally, João Pedro, bro. Naturally, João Pedro. It makes more sense. The fact balanced fans get attacked on both sides. Well, yeah, 1 minute, you're an Arteta sympathizer, you're Arteta out, you're this, you're that. But everyone gets called something. There's always a name in it. Like, it is what it is, man. And a lot of people have vested agendas. Like, there's people that actually rate Arteta, but they'll come and do the Arteta outing on the socials. There's people that actually think Arteta needs to go, but they'll be here gassing up his thing. He's a bit amazing. He's this, he's that. There's a lot of dishonesty, which is why I always say, not telling you what to think, just think. You lot could think I'm chatting shit, but at least you would have thought that. You get it? One more super chat, DG. Now I thought I went through them. Big up everyone with the super chats, though, man. Appreciate that. I'd rather follow and listen to someone like you that has an unfiltered opinion. Appreciate that. And again, I understand why people do what they want to do, because I've seen both sides of it, bro. I've been in the Mikel Arteta press conference. I understand. You got to pay your bills. You got youths. So I understand you're not going to do too much, fly too close to the sun. But I do think, and I think I'll be real. I think it's a UK thing. I think it's I think around everything around sports, and I can't really talk for other sports in this country, but it just feels like in America, I'm sure there's agendas and people looking after stuff, but it feels like, I wouldn't say outspoken, but it feels like you can be honest. You always have to act like everything's amazing or everything's horrible. Like there's no nuance to the conversation. But never gonna change, them. Here's what it is, man. Big up you lot though, man, because there ain't no reason to feel much better, but because of you lot, I'm like, feel like I've blown off a lot of steam, you know what I mean? Like, big up the DG Nation, our platform. Appreciate you lot, man. 300 likes as well. You know what? Let's have a toast for you lot, man, still. Let's have a toast for you lot, man. 1, 2, rare enough. Let's have it. Salut. You can't let your fans down. That's a lot for a shot. But if you don't do it, Arsenal are going to sign more guys on Madaweke's level. Hold that, firm that. DG, what do we do if FIFA goes Chelsea? Just have to keep moving, bro. Like, it'll piss me off, but just have to keep moving. Like, reality was there. If he signed for them, he signed for them, innit? Life moves on, bro. Nothing on the Eze front, nothing on the mascara front today. Appreciate you, P, man. Pessa, appreciate you. Andrea bargain FC. It probably is, but now, I mean, but you can prove me wrong. Was we always going for Madaweke? Because I know he's always get like again, the vast majority of men that are being signed for clubs, the clubs drawing up their shortlist. So all the things we're seeing play out, obviously, certain things can change, but was we always going to do that anyways? So is it really a Berta thing? And also, Berta's an accountant or a maths don. So if we sign Madaweke, I'm not saying we won't pay a lot, but it probably won't. The deal probably won't be as mad as Edu sort of thing. And if we're still garbing hunting in Chelsea's bins and we're still ripping up contracts, I'm exaggerating, and it's different with Tomiyasu. What's really changed? So is this what we're on anyways? Can anyone really change anything? Wenger, call your ex-player, bro. Fuck being excited, man. As I said in a few streams ago, show me. You want me to be excited? Show me, bro. I'm not getting excited about bullshit. I'm not getting excited about hypotheticals. If we do this and that and this and that, show me. You want me to get excited about my football club? Bring in the level raisers. Bring in the squad raisers. Show me you've learned from your mistakes on the field with everything we've been waffling about tactically. Show me. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. It is what it is now. The buzzwords and all the bullshit is done now. If I feel sorry for anyone, it's us fans, and I've maintained this. Every one of those players, I feel sorry for them because now those above them need to show. And you, Arteta, as well. I don't blame you for everything, but you're part of this. You don't need to show, man, if you really want to get over the line now, because this is a Mickey Mouse thing. Because 1 minute you ain't got peas, then you're overpaying for shit players, and then you're buying twice and twice and twice and twice and twice and twice. I don't want to hear it, bro. I actually don't want to hear it now. I think it's better doing what he does best, agreeing with all targets. I don't see us paying 50 for a backup. I hope so, but this one there seems like it's advancing. It don't feel like the Ollie Watkins one where we're going for Sesko, we're going for Gyokeres. Every now and again we hear we're talking with Watkins, seeing what on. It seems like it might have, well, in my opinion, it might have started like that for Madaweke. Now it feels like it's accelerating. Saka can't be playing 90 minutes every week with his hamstring. I get bringing someone in. DG, you live in our other rival streets. DG, you know that Tottenham and Arsenal are like Tom and Jerry. I can't help where I live. I live in Edmonton, bro. Like, I can't help where I live. Have you seen the house prices in Islington, fam? I have a feeling this Madaweke is to the Eze. Bro, I'll kiss goodbye to the Eze thing. Kiss goodbye to the Rodrygo thing. For me, again, I want to be wrong. If I had to make an educated guess, I didn't believe in free attackers anyways. And I'm not trying to be pessimistic. The club have burnt me, innit? So for me, I think Madaweke is getting signed. Sesko's getting signed. I don't think the Eze and Rodrygo thing is happening. I hear you, P. But the market's not done. Let's see what's going on. We always get the side girl, never the pretty girl. Some side things are pretty, man. DG, don't we just have the same info as Madaweke as we have on all these other players? Just personal terms agreed, no bids or contacts between players. Yeah, you're right. But this one seems like it's advancing. Ornstein off the bat. Romano off the bat. It seems like it's gone from just, as I was saying, from just casual chatting to advancing. But it is true. Pardon me, Burr is going for many targets at once. No way we pay 50 for him. Okay, but what if we pay 40? What if they're saying 60 and we pay 50? Apparently, Rodrygo wants to move to us if he leaves. Burr is playing both sides. I hope so, man. I want to look at the stream like, yeah, you know what? You lot, we're tweaking. We're all tweaking and doing all of this. DG, if you're Arteta, what would you do? First of all, whatever religion he is, whether he's Muslim, Christian, whatever, please, you need to be enlightened. Go to a religious place of worship and seek God's advice, because what we're doing right now is not God's plan, bro. That's the first thing. Second of all, bro, it's easy for me as an armchair expert, but I know I'm not talking about no Madaweke. I'm not doing none of that. I'm calling Arsene Wenger. And I'm just, bro, I'm getting Gyokeres. I'm all Sesko. I'm definitely getting Sesko. That's one thing I'll say. If I am, without knowing everything, just as an armchair expert, if I'm Mikel Arteta, I'm getting your Sesko or Gyokeres, and I'm getting Eze. Fuck Madaweke, that's not happening. I'm trying for Rodrygo. Equally, I might say, you know what? Let me find a little smart addition that can just be a part of it. Man are telling me about Morgan Rogers and Gibbs White and Anthony Gordon and this one and that one. Whether we signed them or not, I know. But this, really? 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 We're defo gaslit, P. We're defo gaslit. And let's not lie. Arsenal fans are the most emotional. We run the social media. Man are emotional. It goes mad. But this one there, we're rubbed. We rubbed ourselves up. We rubbed ourselves up. Peter Crouch will have us. I like Peter Crouch, but I'll always hate him, you know. Do you know what? I'm sure. Was it 06? England beat Jamaica like 5-1. My man doing the robot thing. Nah, he weighed us. DG, you're not far away from me. Hey, Dave, big up yourself. Local. See? The latter, mate. The latter. I live in Everton, man. Don't shoot me. I used to work at Spurs. As a 16, from 16 to 18, the whole ends used to work there. Hi, Arsenal fans. Today I made a video talking about Arteta's tenure in recruitment. Please check it out after this video. It's of interest. Go on. Make sure you have hit the like button if you want to do the promo. If we sign Madaweke as our left wing sign, I'm giving up. And that's even that. Bro, you're not stronger off the left than the right. You're better off the right. Now, cool. There could be that. There could be some plan. But I think we've gone past this. Like, I need level raises. And I understand you need to get floor raises and level raises simultaneously, but it's not inspiring, bro. It's not inspiring. Let's cut the bullshit. It's not inspiring. RIP Jota on the topic of Liverpool. Bang, Verts. Bang. Finally giving onslaught. Because that's the difference. The only difference with Arsenal and Liverpool is Liverpool when they won the league, you know, as dumb as that sounds. Because Liverpool on a joke thing in the summer. New managers come in, following onslaught, half fit Chiesa. I know they've got players that are good and have won stuff and whatnot, but people are writing off Liverpool. So you can't write them off. And then when they win, go, oh, no, actually, they're good and all of that. The difference is they're now saying, you know what? Fucking hell, we won the league. Let's give him the mark that summer he should have, whether it works for City or not. City, they started their summer in January. Us, well, I'll go on for this thing. I don't even think Norgard's bad. I think cool. I'm cool with Norgard in the squad. I love the signing of Zubamendi. I like the signing of Mascara because I think we need a defender. I even think we need a left back. Kepa, I wasn't for, but it is what it is. Not gonna cry. Madaweke, I'm not on it. I'm not on it. You will get my support if you sign for this club because I think you'll deserve that. As much as I might think you're shit until you do shit things at Arsenal, I've never been like that. I think everybody deserves our support. And I must admit, it's not nice, bro. A man's a human being. It's not nice coming in and nobody wants you. Look at David Raya. David Raya saying the Luton thing and Ramsdale and this and that. It's not nice. So, and beyond that, I'm not vexed at the players. I'm not, whether the players are good or not, I'm not vexed at them because they're not buying themselves. They're not playing themselves. They're not putting themselves on these wages. It's a dickhead thing, Foxy, man. FFG are like cronkies. The difference with the FFGs, they're not on this Bandulu thing. Cool. We know we don't want to spend peas. Michael Edwards, you got CV. Klopp, you're used to working with peanuts. Come do this thing, Gigi. That's the difference. Them man are finding Salah and Mane and doing these kind of things. I hear you. I'm happy, you know, forget football. I'm happy to have grown up in Edmonton/Tottenham. I wouldn't change it for Archway and Highbury Park and all of that. I love Arsenal Football Club, but nah. Have you seen the house prices in Islington? Can't afford that. You don't need to get me to 1 million subs, and even that, we need some brands and that. Have you seen how much is Islington? Everywhere in the world, actually, house prices is cooked, but yeah, man. Hey, Dave, you're local. My guy. Yeah, I fucked with you. Big up my mods. All right, Pessa, comment, because you're always here. I need to make you a mod, but it's you lot don't see it from my end, but like when I'm bringing up the comments, that's via StreamYard. Oh no, don't worry about it. You're here. It's via StreamYard, so I have to go on YouTube, like the YouTube studio, which you lot actually don't know, but I'm looking at it now. So yeah, 312 likes. My community, man. Why can't my team move like you lot? I wish I knew. But at least you lot are consistent. DG gonna cop Madaweke 10 when he signs. And you know what, Madaweke, because of your mentality and your attitude, yeah. Sorry, people. We need to find you. Because of his attitude, I can genuinely see him saying, let me wear number 14. And I rate that on one hand. I rate that because it's a movie. But you're going mad. Oh well. What can we say, people, really? It's happening. Arsenal, you upset me, man. Football's a toxic relationship. Because I know you're not gonna change. I know you're not gonna change. You hurt me. I know you're not gonna change. I know you're not gonna change, but I'm not gonna leave. I can't leave. I love you lot. But I have small hope, and you always upset me. You always tell me you're gonna move different. And to a degree, I listen to it. Even though I know that is cap, but I listen to it. And then you upset me. I want to listen to R&B right now. I can't lie, man. Chelsea are probably asking for 50 million in 10 installments. That's the only way this nonsense even begins to make sense. Bro, if you're Chelsea, you know Arsenal are idiots. You want to keep them sweet. If you've got certain things, you want to keep your favorite nitty sweet. You can get deals. Oh, you've only got 18 quid. You ain't got £20 times. Oh, I'll have that because I'm going to make more with you. You know what, bro? That owner of Chelsea knows fuck all about football. He knows Arsenal are dickheads when it comes to buying players. Oh, mate, you're right. How's your family? How's the mum? Arteta, how's the kids? They doing all right? Okay, mate. You know what I mean? Normally, fucking hell, we've had an offer of 75 million from Madaweke. You know what? You know how much you don't want to pay? Oh, we only got 35. You know, I tell you what, do it for 50. You can pay us in 10 years. Do it for 50. All right, that's a deal there. Oh, and then you've got these cunts that are going to come on fucking YouTube and say, oh, you know what? Madaweke is amazing. Maybe with Arteta putting his arm around him, he's going to be the fucking bee's knees. Oh, he had hamstring injuries and the heat map and the XG. And did you know? Fuck off, man. I'm not even saying these things are wrong, but man, start lying and chatting shit about narratives, bro. Don't take me for a dickhead. Please. Please. And you lot as well. That's one thing. Just tell the truth. Just say we're Muppets and we signed a side man. Please allow me. Madaweke is a baller. Madaweke is not shit, but baller. Baller. Tired. DG, why you do the Welsh accent? Look at this fool. Big up Foxy, but yeah, he did. Hey, Foxy, I can't lie, man. Hey. Tell Newcastle run Josh Murphy. Fuck this Madaweke thing. Murphy, immediate. Madaweke is good. If we bought him from PSV, you wouldn't complain. Chelsea don't know how to use good players. Okay, look. See? You see? This is why. This is how. Big up Arsenal. And I hope he bangs. This is the twangs. This is the twangs. We didn't buy him. Stop the if things. Stop the ifs. If we got 3 more points the year before last year, we win the league. If we held on the year before that, we would have won the league. If Barcelona weren't cheats, we win the Champions League. Bet if Sam Buts, if Jesus could score goals, he'd be amazing. If Martinelli had decision making, he'd be amazing. We probably don't fucking buy this cunt, Madaweke. You know what I mean? Yeah. If Saka doesn't get injured, it's a madness. What are we talking about? What are we doing here? Bet if Sam Buts, you reckon? You reckon, lad? We didn't buy him from PSV. Because you buy him from PSV, you're buying him for 20 to 40 million euros. Allow me with that. Josh Murphy. Don't chat shit to man, bro. Don't take me for a prick. Please. And he probably, bro, even Kudus. Kudus is probably going to want more bread. But, bro, I'd imagine Madaweke is going to be on like 100 bags. I'd imagine Kudus is asking for something like that. I'd imagine it's similar kind of fees. And again, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying draw out Madaweke, you know. I'm not saying not give him a chance. I'm not saying I want to be proven wrong. I don't think he's a bad player. Pardon me. But really, that's who you're looking at to upgrade this attack? Really? Go on with yourself, bad man. Go on. The copier in these wallards are going to pull when the deal is done for Madaweke is going to be unbearable. And think about it, if you're Arsenal as an establishment, you're amazing. You've got little dickheads that want to work for you one day. They know that this ain't lit, but they're gonna come with the XG and the field tilts and all of that and gas it up. And at the end of the day, I'll be real. If I work for Arsenal, at the end of the day, fans are gonna have to get on with it. Because if we sign Madaweke, what? Like, what are you gonna do about it? Like, we signed him, what? You can scream, you can shout, but what? What now? And if he scores, we're all celebrating. Football's a twang, bro. Football's a twang. Football is the biggest twang because it plays on our heartstrings. Noni can help / challenge Saka. He's not in place of Rodrygo. Hopefully, we got a few more names. You see that thing there? Hopefully, Eze / Simmons. Depth over disaster. Big respect to DG. That's the team man said Welsh. Big up yourself. He's not horrible, but it's just not looking good. Bro, man, are getting fooled by him. London Cowboys. And the man don't care, bro. Because you got to remember, yeah, all these executives, all these owners, they're all brethren, you know. They're all in the same social circles. Just like the footballers. They all go to the same clubs. Their missus shop at the same places. They're all brethren. They're all whatever. So if with these men are not mad. These men don't care about football the way we care. Even the teams that are winning and doing all the things, they don't care as much as fans. We already care more than them because it's illogical. Some of you will cheat on your girlfriends before you ever dare not watch an Arsenal game or cheat or do it or support another team. Football's already illogical in that aspect. So they've already won. How many times? I know I definitely did it. I ain't gonna act like I'm bare perfect. Oh, I'm tired of this. I don't want to watch this. I hate this one. We're still here. We've been, it's July. When did the season done? We've been waffling about football every day. I've been here every day. Videos, whatever, every day. Some of you don't even support Arsenal. You're here because you happen to, maybe you don't like my football opinions or who I am, but you like football. It's already an idiot thing. It's already an idiot thing in that aspect. They got us. We're done, bro. Still here, FC, bro. We'll win the league once we have a full reserve team of former Chelsea players. I mean, unfortunately, I've had us down as third, innit? And I want to be wrong. We had a market opportunity with Carrot and let him slip through the net, DG. To be fair, once PSG get involved, it's a myth. But them kind of man you need to grab. We'll be all right. Seen this story too many times. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. Darkness. Very darkness. Pretty sure. That's what I'm saying. If he's on 50 bags, if you're moving to Arsenal, man, double that. Bro, if I'm Madaweke, I'm getting mad at my agent if I don't get 100 bags from Arsenal, you know. He's getting what? This one's getting what? Lewis Skelly doing his thing, whether they believe it or not. Jesus has barely been fit. No one buzz. All right, someone, if you're bad, when was the last time Gabriel Jesus played for Arsenal Football Club in the Premier League? Because we could all say in the FA Cup. Jesus is on what? Bro, I'm getting a bag. What do you mean, man? I'm moving to Arsenal from Chelsea and we're not getting change. Like Tuchel's not calling me up for England. Like I'm not 23. Are you mad? You need 100 bags. Nelson, little man, on 100 bags. Nelson's name ain't big in the game like me. At least I went PSV. At least I've one side with Chelsea. What's Nelson done? Cool, he scored the winner against Bournemouth. I'm not even trying to give Nelson a straight. You're getting bread, bro. Love Lionheart. You're getting bread. You're going to go get bread. Kudus is a Gooner. Bro, imagine Madaweke and Havertz missing together, starting together and missing 1v1s for fun. How will we be all right? Because I've seen this story many times, Arsenal's window many times. Every time we make the worst decision possible, shit ain't going to be all right at all. I was born in Clapton. I big up the Hackney ones, but listen, I can't help. I've been in Edmonton my whole life. I've moved house and still been in Edmonton. Like, that's just me, innit? Like, Edmonton, Tottenham is my thing. Like, I'm just a North London lad, but like my side of North London. It's possible that Noni could arrive to you as a world champion. And on that note, yeah, I'm done now, man. We've been here for an hour and 38 minutes. As usual, you lot, without you lot, it's dead, in it. But on that note, I'm done now. Please smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. In terms of the transfer business, I'll cut that up. There should be some clips coming out with what I did with Dan and Kenny Ken and whatnot. But with that, Lionheart, appreciate you. Appreciate all of you lot for your super chats, for your comments, for hitting the like button. Big up you that you know, followed over from rants, large up rants on the redirect. Yeah, that comment sent me over the edge, man. You know what? I'm done with football today. You know what? Yeah, man, I'm done with football today, man. On that note, one love, man. In fact, hold on. Make sure you're following on Twitter, TikTok, all of that. Just type in Deluded Gooner. But yeah, one love.